And I think for me, there's something about time listening to a story that is very medicinal. There's something about just being held by the storyteller to just sit and be off in the realms of my own imagination, drinking in and creating all of these images. That's really like rich and soothing and a bit of a massage for the soul. And I love when I'm telling the experience of connection with the audience and with the people who are listening. Part of what I love about it is such a responsive kind of art form, in that all the time it's finding the ways to best make that story and the events and the emotions and the images land with the people who are listening. So there's a kind of beautiful music to it in all of the tempos and the dynamics and the vividness of trying to help the images that are in my mind and in my brain, which I feel is tuned in to kind of this realm of magic and wisdom that is nothing to do with me, that is what's been created by us for hundreds and hundreds of years and passed down in these stories that have survived. Finding ways to bring those to life for people in this art form that I think is so beautiful because of the amount of agency it gives the listener. So unlike TV or theatre or film, where what you are watching is telling you is showing you something at the same time, and that image is what you're given to work with as the audience. With storytelling, the invitation is for your own imagination to create that world. And I think there's something inherently creative and therapeutic for us in being allowed time and space to do that. So I really love, as the teller, trying to find the ways with my body and my words and where I'm looking and the dynamics and the kind of music of telling to translate that for the listener. And again, part of what I find so kind of deeply resonant about stories is the fact that it is working with the realm of image, with picture language, which the people who taught me storytelling talked about how that really is the language of the soul. So no matter what a person's life experiences, no matter their demographic or their background or what they're bringing, we can connect with each other through the language of pictures, sometimes far easier than the language of words or abstract ideas. Thinking about the wonder tales that I tell, which are full of things like characters being lost in the darkest woods and then encountering something fierce and terrible that forces them onto the next part of their journey, or encountering something magical and benign out of nowhere that somehow gives them just what they need in that moment. For all of us, I think we can, no matter who or what, there is a connection with a time in our lives or our experience that feels like being lost in a dark wood, that feels like being somewhere dark and encountering something deeply challenging, or that feels like being in a time which is hard and suddenly having help that was not anticipated. So stories give us a shared language for talking about our experiences and our own stories, actually.